Hence why me and VJ will be so shocked. Hence why VJ made that banger on you song. She said the way you played me, because the Steph families played her obviously, and the Steph families played me. They had me believe in Jesus. They had me believe that they're poor. We lived in that shitty apartment. I thought my family was poor, obviously. I remember when I first moved to this house. I was so excited. Oh my god, I'm gonna live in a house now. And I was so excited to live in this house. The whole time they're fucking acting and they have billions in the bank. Hence why I'm gonna be so shocked once they sit me upstairs and they're like, we own everything in this world. We're the gatekeepers. And we own everything in this world. You think you can fuck with my money? Like, I'm not fucking selling to you know what I'm saying? I choose death. I cry my eyes out. I save my beautiful wife. The moment I leave that, and he's like, okay, Ivan, if you don't sell this, Ivan, you're going to pay with your life. You're going to suffer the consequences. And even then, I'm like, look, man, I'm not fucking selling to you. You're not God. You didn't create the universe. I created the universe. You're not worth my royalties. You may be the gatekeeper, but you're not the son of God. I am bigger than you. Me and Vijay are bigger than you. We are the rightful king, queen, not you. Because you didn't create the universe. Right? And I'm brave and I choose death. You guys don't talk. Oh my god, Ivan's brave enough to die. Yeah, I choose death because I'm not gonna let you do it like that. No way am I gonna let you do it like that and have me share my wife forever and get a trashy wife. No fucking way am I gonna do it like that. I am choosing death. I know death sucks. I am not gonna let you do it like that, man. No fucking way. I choose death. You know what I'm saying? I cry my eyes out and I was, oh my god, now I know death is my fate, obviously. I don't know, a good 9 months I'm gonna die. Horrific thought, obviously. And what? And the moment I leave that room, I'm gonna break down in heavy tears, and VJ will be crying too. Obviously, I break down in tears. VJ, I hear VJ crying. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? VJ's crying. You know what I'm saying? VJ will definitely be crying when and VJ will be listening into the conversation. Ivan, be brave. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, be brave. Be strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm brave and I choose death. And I don't bow the knee to the gatekeepers. You're looking at something so scary like the mafia, man. You know how when you watch those movies and you have like guys in the mafia, they're fucking scary. Don't fuck with my money now. So we're looking at something like that for me and the gatekeepers. I'm gonna have to fight for my rights. But even then, I'm like, look, man, you can threaten me with death. I'm God's son. I have power over death. And because I'm God's son, if I die, my father, I will resurrect my own body from the dead, obviously. Because I know once you die, you're unconscious. So all I have to do is just wake up 1 minute later and I get it over with. Okay, I'm in that room. Okay, all I have to do is just wake up 1 minute later. But 1 second I'm gone, the next second I wake up and I get death over with. You know what I'm saying? And once I wake up, my wife is fresh. She can see me now. And me and her can now get the glowing beauty, too. As if I sold out, me and Vijay would not get the glowing beauty. And we would not what? We would not get the glowing beauty, and we would not, me and Vijay would not get the glowing beauty. And we would not, me and VJ will not get the glowing beauty. I guarantee you, VJ thought if I sold out, we'd get the glowing beauty. No, VJ. If me and you sold out, me and you would not get the glowing beauty. And VJ would fucking age. And I don't want a 50-year-old VJ. Yeah, VJ would still be smoking hot at 50, but I don't want a 50-year-old VJ, man. I want a young VJ forever. And VJ doesn't want a 50-year-old Ivan. I'd still be really handsome at 50 years old, obviously. But because women age, VJ would still be beautiful at 50, but because women age worse than men, I don't want a 56-year-old VJ, no. You guys know, yeah, if Ivan sold out, him and his wife would age like all of us, yeah. I get a 50-year-old VJ, a 60-year-old Ivan, you know what I'm saying? Me and VJ would not get the glowing beauty. We would live forever in the world, but we'd be trash. And we would not get the glowing beauty, obviously. And we would not stay young forever. And you guys thought you can dupe me out, Ivan. You guys would not get the glowing beauty. You won't stay young forever. Yes, if I sold out, me and VJ would not get the glowing beauty. And we would not stay young forever because we're both trash. In order for me and VJ to get the glowing beauty and stay young forever, we both have to be fresh. The reason why we can't get the glowing beauty is because our body is incompatible with our nature. So if me and her are trash, it's incompatible with our holy nature. Hence why we don't get the link, obviously. And that's why my spirit runs away if VJ's trash, obviously. See what I'm saying here? As I'm not going to do it like that, obviously. You think you can do it, I'm not going to do it like that, obviously. Yeah, you figure out the whole puzzle of the game. Yes, I figure out the whole puzzle piece of the game, man. Obviously. It was like crazy. I promise, Lord of the Rings fans, I will continue my Lord of the Rings read tomorrow. I'm almost done. I only have 19 pages. What I'll do tomorrow, I'll read a good 6 pages to finish it faster. So instead of reading 4 pages, I'll read 6 pages. That way in 3 days I can finish chapter 12 and book 1 around November 5th or 6th around. I'll finish my Lord of the Rings read long. And stay tuned for that video. I'm going to talk about my 3 movies. You'll kind of amazing me over that. Ivan, I love it when you make these videos. Yeah, sweet. You know what I'm saying? You guys better enjoy these videos while you still can because I'm telling you, the countdown's ticking, man. You only have a good, I don't know, You only have a good, I don't know, like 8, 9 days left of me on YouTube. And I am done after that, man. I'm not kidding around. You only have a good 8, 9 videos of me on YouTube. And after that, I'm done. 8, 9 videos left of me on YouTube, and I'm done after that, man. Right, right. And I leave that room, and once I leave that room, I'm gonna cry my eyes, heavy tears, obviously. And the moment I find out how rich they really are, it's finally gonna hit me. Oh my god, I know the kind of people who I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with I'm fighting the most powerful men in the world, man. One innocent man, Ivan Omer, fighting all the powerful men in the world. The gatekeepers. Remember that video that I made? How you have those gatekeepers on the gatekeepers. All the gatekeepers who own the sport leagues, who control the sport leagues, Hollywood, the academic world, the author world. I'm fighting all those powerful people. One man versus an army of powerful people, man. Because even though I'm an innocent man, because I have the keys, I'm a son of God. I'm more powerful than all these guys, obviously. So yeah, we know Ivan's innocent because he's the son of God. He has the keys. He's more powerful than all of us. Yes, because I am a son of God. I have the keys. I'm more powerful than all these guys, obviously. Because God gave me the keys. I have the fucking keys, man. My mind's like a Wi-Fi. Easy money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hence why what? And the moment I found out how rich my family is, I found out the gatekeepers. I don't know. While I pay this fee, I see my brother pulling in. I see my stepbrother pulling in his nice Porsche, his nice ass cars. I see my stepbrother in Folly. I see my stepbrother wearing his nice ass clothing now, his nice top end clothing. I'm like, holy shit, that's nice. That's nice clothes. That's a nice car. Guarantee when I pay his fee, I'm gonna see my stepbrother pulling up in his nice Porsche. I see my stepbrother pulling up his nice Porsche. You know what I'm saying? I see, you know what I'm saying? I see my step parents wearing their nice clothes, driving their nice ass cars. It's finally gonna dawn on me. I'm gonna remember the moment when I was in Montreal. When we moved to Montreal, we lived in that shitty apartment in Montreal. You know what I'm saying? I remember. Oh my god! I remember when we lived in that shitty apartment. I thought my step parents were poor. Obviously, I remember when we moved into that apartment in the Hull, that shitty apartment in the Hull. You know what I'm saying? I remember when we moved into this house. Even though this house is a nice neighborhood for middle class family, if you're the gatekeeper, this is the ghetto. See, that's my point. I remember when we moved into this house. I remember when we drove all those shitty cars, that shitty van, that shitty rusted car. It's finally gonna dawn on me like, holy shit, I got played. These guys are what? Are the gatekeepers? They're worth close to a trillion. I don't know, 500 billion plus $2 trillion. They have, I don't know, $200 billion in the bank, $250 in the bank, and I lived in this shitty apartment, drove these shitty cars. It's finally gonna dawn on me. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? This whole time you guys just rich and you kept me poor working minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? It's all gonna dawn on me. I'm gonna be shocked. That's why I set everything up where I and VJ are guaranteed gonna peace out. And VJ will dawn on VJ too. When VJ finds out how rich her family is, it's finally gonna dawn on her. VJ's gonna remember when she was a kid. She's gonna remember, oh my god. I remember when I told my mother that I want to be an actor, and I sold out in Hollywood. It's gonna dawn on VJ. Oh my god, VJ's mother owns Hollywood. She could have opened the doors for me. They only had me be a porn star to cause the rest of Ivan's life, and they had me pay the bills in the house, making it easy to pay the bills. It's all gonna dawn on VJ, man. That's why I guarantee you, VJ and her mother are gonna have that argument, guaranteed. Just like me and my me and my family are gonna have that huge argument. VJ's that guaranteed gonna have that huge argument with her family, guaranteed, man. Because it's finally gonna hit her mind. Oh my gosh, this whole time you own Hollywood, you could have opened doors for me and had me do big budget movies. See what I'm saying? You could have opened doors for me and had me do big budget movies, and you had me do shitty indie movies. You know what I'm saying? In other words, VJ's mother was behind the canceling of eye candy, obviously, because VJ's mother owns Hollywood, obviously. We don't want VJ being successful. I don't want VJ being successful in Hollywood. After one season, canceled the show. They said that they canceled the show for low ratings. Bullshit. Because VJ's and the whole world saw eye candy. But I told you, the gatekeepers are crazy fucking people. They don't want VJ being successful at all. That's why they canceled eye candy after one season, obviously. I don't want VJ having a successful television show. Cancel the show after one season because they're crazy people, obviously. Right? VJ has a holding and development deal with Fox. I wonder how that holding and development deal is going, VJ. You know what I'm saying? It's not going well. Why? Because the doors are locked on you. They don't want you being so. Either way, they don't want me and VJ being successful. When Ivan's free, he's a poor bum working minimum wage. When VJ sells, she's a trashy porn star in Hollywood, and she's a survivor. She has a good, I don't know, $1.52 million, $900,000 in the bank. They don't want neither me and her being successful because they're crazy people, obviously. And then when I write my own book, and it's my rights, you all of a sudden think you have the right to take control of my novel, and it's not even your book. You didn't write and you're not worth my royalties. It's not your money, man. You may think it's your money, but it's not your money. You didn't write my book, and you are not the son of God. You didn't create this universe, hence it's not your money, obviously. You may think it's your money, but it's not. It's money that I fucking created. So I created the universe. You didn't create this universe, hence what? You are not worth my royalties. You gotta let them know that, man. And once you see me standing up to the gatekeepers, you guys are all gonna be like, holy shit, Ivan's brave. As no one in this planet would fuck with the gatekeepers, as they can end your life easily. They're so powerful, they control the courts, they control the police. They're very, very powerful people. No one would ever fuck with the gatekeepers. But Ivan is the only one who's brave and says, I'm not fuck. Ivan's the only one on this planet who's brave enough to not bow into the gatekeepers. But in doing so, he has to suffer death for it, obviously. Hey, if you don't bow to us, you're gonna suffer death for it. And even then, I'm like, look, man, I'm not bowing to you. You're not the son of God. You can threaten me with death all you want. I'm not fucking selling. I know selling is a trap. I don't want to be a dirty slave. I want to be what? I want to be what? I want to be free. Free king and queen, my queen with me, obviously. See what I'm saying here? I want to be free and I want to be king. King, obviously. That's why God gave me these keys. Because Ivan, when you come to Ivan, I'm giving you these keys because I want you to be king. I want your wife to be king with you. And I want you and your wife to have freedom. As if I didn't have the keys, me and your wife would not have freedom. We'd be dirty slaves in the Hollywood system, obviously. As I don't want to be a part of Hollywood. As I don't want to be a part of that wicked system. I want to be independent from Hollywood. I want to start Skiv independent from Hollywood. I don't want to be a part of the Hollywood system, obviously. As Hollywood is a very, very wicked system. I already made a video about that. Hollywood is a very, very wicked system. There's a reason why VJ cries every night. She can't see me, obviously, and she knows she got duped. And VJ obviously wants her freedom so bad with her husband, obviously. VJ wants her freedom so bad with her husband. But I told you, I'm VJ's last hope to freedom because VJ sold out. It's too late for VJ, but I'm her last hope. I write my book, I have the keys, and I buy her back, obviously. Because the gatekeepers own her, obviously. And she goes free with me, obviously. And you're welcome, sweetie. That's why VJ will really, really appreciate me, what I did for her. Ivan saved me spiritually. He saved me physically. I'm part of the buzz with him every day. Because I told you, even though VJ's Angie's the main show, I'm ultimately the main show because I'm white, obviously. I see, right? I saved her physically. At the same time, Ivan saved me from the Hollywood system. I'm now free with him. Yeah, VJ now gets her freedom with me, obviously. That's why VJ will totally forget about her old life in Hollywood. She'll be like, Ivan, are you kidding me? I'm fucking free with you. I can see you now. We have the glowing beauty. I'm a billionaire with you. VJ will totally forget about her whole Hollywood life. Because the Hollywood system is fucked up. So even though VJ lived life in Hollywood, VJ couldn't see me. She saw hell. And she wasn't free. She was a dirty slave, obviously. Whereas now she's free with me. We start our own Skysource company together. You know what I'm saying? We're free, man. VJ doesn't have to worry about auditioning for any of that. So VJ is the boss now. VJ's script developer is the one who decides which of these Hollywood actors get cast. VJ is now the boss. Obviously. See what I'm saying here? VJ is now the boss of the Ivan, man. That's why my wife is so proud of me, obviously. Right? And it'll finally dawn on me, all the people who I knew in my life will all remember me when I'm king. I'm gonna talk about this for this video for a while. I think I think you guys get an idea about SkySource. I already made enough videos about SkySource. I made enough videos about me and my personal life. I want to talk a bit about this video about the people in my life who will remember me. This is a foreshadowing to my final announcement. I'm gonna talk about that in my final announcement. It's finally gonna, once I find out how rich my family is and I cry my eyes when I pay this fee, it will finally dawn on me all the moments when I lived in that shitty apartment, we drove those shitty cars, we moved to this middle-class neighborhood, obviously. All the times when my family yelled at me for skipping class, skipping school. You know what I'm saying? I even study hard in school and all that stuff. And I go to Heritage and I study hard and you lock the doors on me. That's how wicked they are, man. It's finally all going to dawn on me. All the times they yelled at me. I remember there were times when this is when I believed in Jesus. I remember there were times when I made fun of pastors and preachers. I made fun of preachers and I made fun of pastors. And my stepfather is like, don't you dare talk like that to an anointed man of God. Don't you dare talk about like that to an anointed man of God. And the whole time you knew I was the son of God, because that's how wicked they are, man. They're fucking wicked people, man. Everything's gonna dawn on me, obviously. Don't talk about a man of God like that, and yet the whole time the son of God and Jesus is a fantasy figure in the Bible. Because they're fucking crazy people, man. Yeah. That's how much they hate me. We know Ivan's God, but let's act like Ivan's not God. Let's act like Jesus is God. If I make fun of a pastor, even though the Bible's fantasy, don't you dare talk about that as an anointed man of God, because they're fucking crazy people, man. So, all the people, all the what? I remember there was a family. You guys know who you are. There's a family since 2001, I don't know, for a good like 14 years straight. For a good like 13, since 2001, there was a family that were good friends of our family, obviously. We used to go to their house every Christmas. They would come to our house every Christmas, obviously. We went to their house many times. They went to our house many times. Barbecues, swimming, good memories, obviously. Playing games, watching movies. We went to their house. They came to our house, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I remember that family. Oh my God, that family the whole time knew I was the son of God. They knew my family were the gatekeepers. They knew I had a wife and she was separate from me. And none of those guys even bothered to bring it up to me, obviously. Because they're obviously wicked people, obviously. As you guys are all part of the plot protectors and one, yeah, we don't want Ivan being with his wife. We want him to stay poor for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Ivan's poor for the rest of his life and he's separate from his wife. That was your plan. Your plan was, okay, we knock Ivan out, he forgets about his wife. I don't know, when he's like 40 years old, 50 years old, he forgets about his wife, he's still poor. He's still poor, working minimum wage. That was their plan, obviously. Or if Ivan finds out about his wife, hopefully we dupe him and he sells him to see his glory. Because you guys are crazy people, obviously. You're crazy psychopaths. And you're nothing but a mess of what I made, obviously. I remember all those moments I had with that family who used to come over to my house for Christmas. We go to their house for Christmas. I'm saying we had barbecues at their house, barbecues at our house. We went swimming. We used to have a pool in this house, above ground pool in this house. We went swimming. Those good moments, obviously. I'm gonna remember, oh my God, that family knew I was God. They knew I had a wife, obviously. They knew I was sorry for my wife. And yet the whole time they didn't bother to bring it up to me, honestly. All the times when I went to church in Montreal, I grew up believing in Jesus. When I went to that church in Montreal, obviously, I went, oh my God, I believed in Jesus. I believed Jesus was God the whole time. I'm the Son of God and I'm a symbolism of Jesus. No, everyone in that church knew I was God. They knew I had a wife. They knew I was serving for my wife. And they knew the doors were locked on me. And none of them even bothered. They knew my family, the gatekeepers. And none of those people even bothered to bring that up, to make mention of that to me. Why? Because they're wicked people, obviously. It's finally going to dawn on me. I'm like, holy shit, man. I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When I moved to Ottawa, we went to this church here in Ottawa, obviously. You know what I'm saying? All those people in this church, they all know who I am. They all knew I was the Son of God. So I believed in Jesus. I thought Jesus was real. I was a pretty good Christian. I believed in Jesus. I believed Jesus was the Son of God. You know what I'm saying? I believe he created the universe also. The whole time I'm the Son of God. I created the universe, obviously. All those people at that church, you know who you are. You knew I was the Son of God. And you knew my family were the gatekeepers. And you knew I had a wife. You knew I was separate from my wife. And you knew the doors were locked on me. And none of these guys even bothered to bring any mention of that to me. Why? Because they're all wicked people, obviously. They're all a part of the plot. Protection went, obviously. Hence why I told you, once I pay this fee, all the things I'm gonna have a flash of my life. All the memories I have in my life, obviously. All the memories that I had in my life, it's all gonna flash. I'm gonna have a flash of memory in my life. And you guys are like, holy shit, I even set everything up where if he finds out how rich his family is, he has to die to be his wife. He figures out he's God, and he finds out he has to be his wife. He's gonna piece the fuck out. Yes, man. I set everything up where Ivan and Vijay are guaranteed gonna piece out. As what you guys did to me and Vijay was fucking evil. You're fucking evil people. And all those people all those people who I went to church with, obviously who knew I was the Son of God, who knew my family, the gatekeepers, knew I had a wife, they're not going to be saved. They're all going to be left behind. They go to the deserve us because they're all wicked people, obviously. They're all part of the plot, obviously. That family who came to my house for Christmas, we went over to their house for Christmas, we had dinner, barbecue, swimming, went swimming, all that stuff. A lot of good memories together. They're all going to be left behind. They're not going to be saved. They get what they deserve because they're all wicked people, obviously. As they're all a part of the plot. They knew I was God. They knew I had a wife. They knew I was serving my wife. You knew my family, the gatekeepers. And you knew the doors were locked on me. And none of you guys even bothered to say, hey, Ivan, I want to tell you something, man. Your family are really the gatekeepers. And I'm saying, it's like, yeah, Ivan, we couldn't tell you because we don't want you being with your wife. You know what I'm saying? It was all part of the plot, protection and one. Yeah, because you guys are fucking wicked people, obviously. Hence, all those people at church, you guys know who you are, who knew I was the Son of God, who knew my family, the gatekeepers, and you knew what? I had a wife and I was serving her. You knew the doors were locked on me. And all that family, all the families who I went to their house for Christmas. It wasn't just that one family. I went over to a couple other families' houses for Christmas. All those families, they get what they deserve. They're going to be left behind. They're not going to be saved, obviously. And you get what you fucking deserve. Hence why once I pay his fee, all those family members are all going to cry. Because everything's going to hit them. Oh my God, like, You know, we knew the whole time Ivan was lost. He was the son of God. He had a wife. The doors locked him. We never even made mention of that to him because we're fucking evil. We knew his family were the gatekeepers. We never even made mention of that to Ivan, obviously, because they're fucking wicked people, obviously. And those guys will not be saved. They will be left behind, obviously. They're not going to be saved, obviously. Right? VJ will also have that shitty feeling, too. Because everyone in Hollywood knew VJ's family were the gatekeepers, but none of them made mention that to VJ. Why? Because they're all part of the plot, protection and went, obviously. Yeah, we all knew VJ's mother was a gatekeeper. So when VJ did her interview, when VJ did her Comic Con at the Rocky Horror Picture Show, obviously, you saw the producers, you saw the director and the producer, right? For the Rocky Horror. That was a terrible movie, by the way. VJ's mother was acting like an average person, and VJ's mother is bigger than all those producers. She's a fucking boss, man. That's why VJ will be shocked, too. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And VJ will have a flashback of her life, too. You know what I'm saying? All the people in Hollywood, they all knew her mother was a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than... So all those producers who cast VJ for those movies, VJ's mother is bigger than all those guys. Guys and women, obviously. VJ will have that flashback of her life, too, obviously. It's worse for me because I grew up poor. Whereas at least VJ, she was a celebrity in Hollywood. She was a porn star. You know, since she had money for herself. But it's still going to be bad for both of us. We're both going to be shocked by how powerful and rich both our families are. Obviously. All my so-called friends, stay tuned for my final announcement. I'll talk about my life in depth. I thought it'd be cool to mention this. All my so-called friends in my life, you guys know who you are. All my so-called friends in Montreal, who I grew up with, they all knew I was the son of God. They all knew my family were the gatekeepers. So when we lived in that shitty apartment in Hull, for poor people, obviously, all those so-called friends of mine, they all knew my family were the gatekeepers. All my teachers knew my family were the gatekeepers at school when I was young. They knew my family were the gatekeepers. They knew I was the son of God. They knew the doors were locked on me. And they knew I had a wife and I was sorry for my wife. And nobody even bothered to tell me, hey, Ivan, look, man, your family, I have something to tell you, man. Your family are the gatekeepers. You're the son of God. You know what I'm saying? Your family the gatekeepers, your son of God, and you have a wife to serve you. No one in my life bothered to even make mention of that to me. Why? Because they're all wicked people, man. You know, we all don't want you being with your wife. Yeah, because you all don't want me being with my wife and you're blind by your envy, you what? You kept your mouth shut because what? Because you're all a part of the plot protection and went, obviously. That's why all those so-called friends I had when I was young, they're all going to be left behind. They're not going to be saved, obviously. See what I'm saying here? Yeah. All my so-called friends at Darcy, you guys know who you are. All the guys who I was tight with, obviously. No, it wasn't just my friends. All my so-called friends, as well as everyone in Darcy, all the teachers. So all the teachers in Darcy, you guys know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much all those times at school, I remember the principal. I remember the vice principal. The vice principal called me to his office. He would yell at me for skipping class, and I shut that teacher up for good. You knew I was the son of God. You knew the doors were locked on me. You knew I had a wife, and I was sorry for my wife. You knew my family gatekeeper, but you didn't bother to bring mention out to me, and you have the guts to yell at me for skipping class. And so I shut all those teachers up for good, man. You guys are actors. You're wicked people, and you don't deserve to be saved. You're going to be left behind. You know, you shut us up for good. Yes, I shut you up for good. You're fucking wicked people, and you don't deserve to be saved. You're going to be left behind, obviously. So all those times when those teachers yelled at me, they put me in detention. You know what I'm saying? When they yelled at me for skipping class, the whole time they knew I was the son of God. They knew my family were the gatekeepers. They knew I was sorry for my wife. They knew the doors were locked on me. They didn't bother to bring that up to Ivan Omer. Bring that up to me, obviously. And they had the guts to yell at me for skipping class when you were 10 times more wicked than me, obviously. Ivan, do not skip class. You know the doors are locked to me, and you yell at me for skipping class because they're fucking crazy people, man. They're wicked people. And all my so-called friends in Darcy, you know who you are. They weren't my real friends. They were fake friends, obviously. We had good, supposed tight moments together. All those guys the whole time knew I was God. You knew I was God's son. Obviously, you guys knew my family were the gatekeepers. And you knew I had a wife. You knew I was sorry for my wife. You knew I had the keys. You knew the doors were locked on me. None of you guys even bothered to tell me, hey, Ivan, man, I have something to tell you, man. You kept me lost, obviously. You knew I was lost, and you kept me lost, obviously. And it's what? All those so-called friends of mine in Darcy, you know who you are. When I'm king, and my wife's with me, you guys are all left behind. You're not saved, obviously. And you get what you fucking deserve, obviously. So think about this. I'm a lost kid. Yeah, we know Ivan's lost. He got knocked out with that rock. He doesn't know he's God. He doesn't know he has the keys. He doesn't know his family are the gatekeepers. He doesn't know that what? He doesn't know that what? That the doors are locked on him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know that he has a wife, separate from his wife. And all these people in Darcy, they all knew that. And they kept that from me because they're fucking wicked people, obviously. Even the teachers kept that from me. Yeah, Ivan, we're all part of the plot. Protect us when we don't want you being with your wife. Yeah. You guys are all evil people, man. All my so-called friends in Darcy, you guys know who you are. You're fucking wicked people. You're evil people. You're fucking evil people. And all the teachers in Darcy, you guys know who you are when you watch this video. And all you students in Darcy who know me, you're all fucking wicked people. As you knew the whole time I was the son of God. You knew I had a wife. You knew the doors were locked on me. You knew I was lost. And you fucking kept that from me because you guys are wicked people, man. Fucking evil people. You know, Ivan, we're fucking evil people. Yeah, you're wicked people. Because I have God on my side, I wrote my own story. Yeah, I was lost for 26 years, but at 26 years old, I woke up. I found out that I was God. I found out that I had a wife. Not a coincidence, obviously. I found out that I had the keys. I found out that doors were locked to me, and I found out that I had to save my wife. At the same time, I happened to be writing my own novel. I finished my novel, and I had the keys. Now I got to make billions and billions for me and my wife, obviously. And God was protecting my journey. Yeah, Ivan, even if the world knocks you out, you're still going to find out about your wife. You're going to find out about the whole game. Yeah, man. Hence why once I find out how rich my family is and I pay this fee, I'm going to have a flashback of my life, of of me living in that shitty apartment, driving the shitty cars, my stepfamily's yelling at me believing in Jesus, all the so-called Christians all the so-called Christians who I knew at the church I went to. I have a flashback. Holy shit! They all knew I was God and I had a wife and I had the keys. Yeah, man, it's finally. Oh my god, I got played. Oh my god, if it dawns on you, I get a flashback of my whole life, and I'm like, holy shit, I got played. Yeah, man, I got played, man. I got played. As all you people in Darcy, you knew I was God. You knew I had a wife, and you also knew the doors were locked on me. You knew I had my family with gatekeepers. Yeah, we know that, but we're not going to tell Ivan because we don't want to be with his wife. We're fucking envious because they're fucking crazy people. You guys are all wicked people, and you don't deserve to be saved. You're going to be left behind. You're not going to be saved, man. Obviously, you don't deserve to be saved. You're going to be left behind, obviously. Hence why I set everything up strategically. Look, man, once I met that final analysis, I find out how rich my stepfathers are. Ivan and VJ are guaranteed gonna peace out. Everything is so fucked up. It's not just the fact. It's not just the mess. You have the fucked up mess, obviously. Ivan has to die for his wife. He finds out how rich his families are. At the same time, you also have the flashback of all the people he knew in his life. Because I'm the son of God, everyone around the world knew I was God. All the people in Darcy knew I was God. All the people at York knew I was God. All the people at Lisgar knew I was God. All the people at Herb Purcell knew I was God. All the people at St. Pius, they all knew I was God, and they all kept that from me. Why? Because they're all wicked people. They're fucking wicked people, obviously. Hence why once you see me living a life with I'm king of my life, all the people who knew my life are all gonna be like, holy shit, look at Ivan now. He's living a life. And I guarantee you a lot of people in Darcy, you guys know who you are. Some of you guys might even cry when you see me living a life with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at Ivan now. And I was like, oh my god, we're fucking evil. You know what I'm saying? Ivan was lost and we kept that from him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You guys all knew my stepbrothers were fucking loaded, obviously, in Darcy too. And you kept them. Yeah, Ivan has no idea Ivan has no idea how rich his stepbrothers are. They have a huge $1 billion will, and Ivan's a fucking bum. Yeah, because you guys are wicked people, obviously. Yeah, we know Ivan's stepbrothers are all fucking loaded because they're the sons of the gatekeepers, obviously. And none of you guys bothered to even bring that up to me because they're all what? You guys are all wicked people, obviously. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah. Obviously. And that one vice principal, I remember he yelled at me. He's like, Ivan, you shouldn't skip class and all that stuff. And yet the whole, what about you? You fucking kept my Danny from me. You knew I had a wife. You knew the doors were locked. You knew my family gatekeepers. And you didn't bother to bring mention of that. Bring that up to me. Why? Because they're fucking actors. You guys are wolves in sheep's clothing. You act like good people, but you're not good people. You're wicked people, man. You're fucking wicked people. And you don't deserve to be saved. You're going to be left behind when I'm king and my wife's king with me, obviously. You're saying that. Hence why me and VJ are guaranteed going to peace out. Because now everything in my life, it's finally gonna hit me. I'm gonna have a flashback of all the moments of my life, all those so-called friends in Darcy, all of my so-called friends when I was young, in Herb Purcell. You know what I'm saying? You know, even all the students at Heritage knew I was the son of God too when I was lost. You know what I'm saying? And yet none of them bothered. They knew I had a wife. They knew the doors were locked on me, and none of them even bothered to tell me that because they're all wicked people, obviously. Yeah, we don't want Ian being with his wife. It's part of the plot. Protects her when. Let's hopefully he stays lost for like another couple decades and he never gets to see his wife because you guys are wicked people, obviously. You're nothing but a mess that movie I made, man. And all those people in Heritage, you know who you are. All those teachers, you know who you are, who put me down, who sabotaged my marks on stuff. All you supposed act all you supposed what good teachers, obviously, you're fucking actors, academic integrity, right? I shut you up for good, obviously. You guys will not be saved. You're gonna be let. You guys will not be saved. You're gonna be left behind when I'm king. I'm watching with me, obviously. I'm gonna shut my cat off here.